What's up, guys? Sorry I'm a little late. I thought I had it for 5:15. Hold on one second. Okay. So how many of you guys have seen Sleuth? Hey, Brianna. Zab's face. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Um Zab face fuchsia. Hold on, let me bring up my YouTube. Um Oh, that's the pink little slime. How many of you guys have seen Sleuthie's new video from last night? Um Hey, Steph sells seashore. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Hey, Emma Lewis. Hi. Hi, Tiffany. Yeah, it has been, huh? How are you? Hey, Juliet. Yeah, you did. Okay, good. Hey, Jody. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, it is good. Let's watch it because I want to discuss that really. Yeah, I know. I watched it last night too. I watched it like 3 times last night. And then I've been texting her like, "Oh my god, like this is the most I feel like this is the only theory I've so far came to that I feel like makes any bit of sense to me for some reason." Um, Hopefully Sleuthie, she said she might come in. Hopefully she'll be in if you guys have any questions because I know I had some questions for her last night and this morning because there's a few things that I was like, "Well, what about this or what about that?" But then she had it, I mean, she answered them. So it does freaking make sense. Need the info thing stuff. Hey, KB. Yeah, let's watch it. But make sure you guys go over and watch it on her channel too, to give her the views and stuff. But I do want to watch it with you guys so you guys, so that those of you that haven't seen it know what we're talking about. But also watch it like again yourself too. Just to give her because it's her video. So, oh, thanks, Steph. So hold on, let's play it and then we'll discuss it. I don't really have too much planned. I just watched it last night and I'm like, we got to discuss this because I did that other DoorDash video where it just doesn't make sense that they don't talk about the freaking DoorDash guy. They don't say his or her name. They don't say they've been cleared. They don't say much about the DoorDash driver. Now we do know they got a warrant and they like search back the phone records for a whole year of the DoorDash driver, but yet no mention on who the DoorDash driver is. They only mention it like the DoorDash driver really quick in the affidavit, and that's it. But the DoorDash driver should be very important in this case because he or she was there at the time of the suspected, like, murder, right? So, what kind of car did they have? Did that get picked up on any surveillance? Um, what time like, how close of a time was it for, the white Hyundai? Like, did they see anything? Is the reason they're not saying anything because maybe they're a witness and they're trying to protect this person? I don't know, but it just doesn't make sense. So, that's why I wanted to go over. Oh, Tyler, what's up? How have you been? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, Jessica. Zippy Zap, or wait, ZP Zap. Gone Colombo. I know it is, and they should be talking about that. Like it should have more than just like a few little mentions, in the affidavit, which is weird. So it makes us wonder, like, why aren't they? So she put together this theory that makes sense. Like it has me wondering. So let's watch it. And like I said, I have yet to find where they said because everybody's like, "No, they cleared it." When I did that video, they're like, "No, they cleared it." Yeah, I have yet to anybody send me where they have. People are like, "Oh, no, it's in a video, it's in an interview." Nobody has sent me anything. I checked all the updates, I checked all the, press conferences. I tried to find, like, as many interviews. I couldn't find, like, a ton of interviews because most of them that they did were, like, the updates on the page. I looked through all of those. So I think people just thought they said that, but yet when I tell them to send me the interview that you saw that they said that, nobody is able to send me anything. So I think they're just thinking that because in the beginning of the case, for some reason, we all thought that. I'm not sure why. I don't know if we were mixing it up with the driver or because that freaking New York Post. That's the only thing people send me is that New York Post article. That's the only thing that they could send me. That's one article, and a lot of those times they're wrong. And they're saying that I mean, where did they get that information from? I don't know. Maybe they misread it or maybe it was a typo or something. Um, yeah, it has me thinking big time. Okay, Julia, yeah, come back. Um, yeah. Tyler, what do you think about her theory? Where's Tyler? Is he still here? What do you think about it? I don't know. I watched it 3 times last night and I was just like, and then I texted her because I was like, this theory is like, it's the only thing I've heard that made me like, you get that feeling like let's say you're like wondering something for so long and then you find out something and you get like that feeling where it's like, whoa, like, holy crap, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got that feeling when I watched it. I mean, it's a possibility. And I just got that weird feeling like that, whoa, is this it? Like, but okay, let's watch it. And then, yeah, no, okay, wait, hold on. He would have been the suspect much sooner. It would have been listed in the I mean, I see that point. Hopefully, Sleuthie might have an answer to that, but do you think maybe it was because he had talked to them early on and they don't he convinced him that no, it wasn't him somehow? And then when they got the white Hyundai and then they got the DNA results, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it all came together. They're like, "Wait a minute. I don't know. It could be something like that." But Tyler, why do you think they didn't list him as being clear, the DoorDash driver, and why have they been, like, not much said about it? Don't you think they should have talked about that a little bit more? But no, I agree. I mean, I don't know. I just I'm probably like the minority of a lot of the people that are talking about this case where I do lean more towards thinking that it was Bryan, that he is guilty. I lean more towards that way, but I'm still open to other possibilities. But this is the first other possibility that made sense that it might not be him, or even Susie said he could be the DoorDash driver and he could still be the killer. You know what I'm saying? He still could be both too. But this is the only one that has been brought with that actually makes a lot of sense that fits everything. You know what I'm saying? But so that's why it's like, man, maybe this is a possibility. But then who is like if this is okay, let's say it's right and he is just the DoorDash driver and he's not the killer, like, who is then? That's what's God, I don't know. I know there's other theories, like, on who people think is, but I just some of the theories, I just it doesn't make sense to me, but who knows? Okay, so no, I'm telling you, I've been looking for it for weeks now, Tyler. We all remember that, but yet when we go back and look, it's not there. So that's what I'm thinking. Did we just like hear driver? Maybe we heard like the private driver or something, and we just like thought that they meant DoorDash driver, or maybe you saw that New York Post article that says that. The New York Post article insinuates that the DoorDash driver was cleared. But where did they get that? Because it's in no official documents or anything. I'm telling you, if you find something, let me know because I've went through so much crap looking for it. I cannot find it. And I've even had people, like, looking for me, and, like, even people saying, "Yeah, it's there," and then when I'm like, Find it," they don't find it, and what they send me is that New York Post article. That's what everybody keeps sending me. But you know, Tyler, how sometimes like, a lot of the times they have, like, stuff that's wrong in those articles, and it's just one article. But if you could find, like, one of the authority like, law enforcement saying it and stuff, let me know because I thought that too at the beginning of the case. I definitely the DoorDash driver was off my radar because in my head, I thought he was cleared officially. I thought he was. It was what was going around. It was what I thought. So I didn't even really, like, look into it. And then after I don't even know what made me start looking into it, and I'm like, "Wait, I can't find anything that says he's been cleared." Okay, so let's watch it. Oh, the parents? But the parents said a lot of stuff. I don't think we could take what the parents say as 100%, but I don't even if you I don't even remember yeah, maybe that's where we were getting it. That could be reasonable, like, that we watched one of, the Gonzalez or whatever saying that, and then we thought that that was true. But I don't know if I take everything that they say as, like, 100% fact. Not that I don't think they're purposely lying, but maybe they're I don't know. I don't know how to take it. If it is the parents that said it, I don't know if that means it's, like, a fact or not. Yeah, they did talk to it. They did say that they talked to the DoorDash driver because they said I'll show you the part in the I pointed out in my other video too. I think Sleuthie might point it out in hers. The only time that they do mention the DoorDash driver. But they don't say the DoorDash driver's cleared. They just say they did talk to him, yeah. So, what if Bryan like fooled him? Like what if they did talk to Bryan ahead of time and they just thought, no, there's nothing to this. Something doesn't match up or something. And then when they got the DNA, that's what made him think, and then they got the white Hyundai, and then that's what made him think. And the DNA, Sleuthie explains what that could be, which is pretty interesting. That's like I didn't even think about that, but okay, let's watch it. Oh, and then okay, so I went back to see where Jack in the Box is on the map in Pullman to see if Bryan before he came to Moscow that night, if he coulda went there, and he could've. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You know that 10 minutes where he is basically off the radar? There's this 10 minutes where I'm like, he's off and then he picks back up. Well, where he leaves off at and then where he picks back up, it actually makes it's actually like almost perfectly 10 minutes if he went up to Jack in the Box and came back down. I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. Let me do that first and then we'll watch Sleuthie's. So that's kind of interesting. Hold on, let's share my screen. Yeah, please, Melissa. Please. Okay, so let's think. Okay. If it's Bryan, he would have stopped at Jack and Box and Pullman because I think that's the closest one, right? To pick up the food. Okay. We have some of his data of where he was, at least from the surveillance, the white Hyundai or whatever. Okay. Before here, I'll show you. Hold on. And then we have some of the GPS that matches too, of course. But okay, so let me know what you guys think of this. So this map that I've been putting together, I keep adding new things and trying to get it more complete. I still have this cell phone stuff I want to talk about. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about it in this video. We'll see how it goes. I was trying to do a pre-recorded and I'm just never satisfied with it. So I keep putting it off. Okay. Or I keep finding like something new too. All right. So let's say this is the map of like his travels that night. Hey, True Crime Tea, what's up? Hey, Phoenix Rising, Kmar, Ahoo. Okay, so where are we at? We're at Pullman. Okay, so at 2:44, he's traveling north up here, right? And then he's gone for 9 minutes, right? So he could be up here. If I did a here on this one. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So here is about where he could have been around this area when his phone went off. Okay. Actually, it'd be closer because he could be up here. Oh, no, he could be. Okay, I see. So it'd probably be more like this. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Hold on. Well, it's close enough. Okay. That just messed up. It was 5 minutes and now hold on a second. It took a different route because I screwed it up. Look what I did. Gosh darn it. Okay. There's a 5-minute way. Now it's saying 6, but there is a way where it's 5 minutes, okay? It's because look what I did right here. Shoot. Hold on. Let's start over. Because this is about like the area he could have been around this area, okay? So 5 minutes. So, and plus that time of night, I mean, he could have gotten there maybe quicker, not that much traffic. Why did I just do that? Oh my God. I just, like, exited out of it. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second. But you saw that it was 5 minutes. So his phone does go off for, like, 5 minutes, and so it gives him enough time to go up and pick up the order and come back. I mean, just enough time from where we know he was, and then he would get on the highway and go right to Moscow, right? Hold on, let me bring that back up again. Come on, let me click on it. Okay, there we go. Right. Oh, I put Pueblo Jack in the box. All right. So let me share this. Oh, I did it again. Why does it keep doing that? I keep screwing up. I keep trying to get the screen up. I'm sorry. Hold on. Dang it. I keep trying to move the screen over and I accidentally am exiting out. That's my fault. Okay, North Stadium Way, and then directions, and then we'll put in around that area. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. So 5 minutes, right? His phone goes off, like, it picks up in, like, 9 minutes, right? So maybe he made good time. I mean, I don't know. It's possible, and then he came back down, and then he was seen back down here, and then he hops on the highway and goes. So it's possible he went up to Jack in the Box, got the food, and then came back down and headed out to Moscow. He could have made it in that time. I mean, I think it's definitely possible that that's where he was. He was going up that way. He was going north when you know what I'm saying? He was going up that way. So it's very possible he did go up there. What do you guys think? So let's watch Sleuthies, but I just wanted to show you that because he did bring food, right? I mean, if this theory is correct, he would have been the DoorDash driver, so he would have had to stop and get the Jack in the Box. So I wanted to make sure that that matched up, and it is possible that he could have grabbed that and then came back down and then hopped on here, okay? Because then he comes like Moscow. Yeah, definitely could have done it. Okay, so let me bring up Sleuthies now, and those of you that haven't seen it can let me know what you guys think. I think it's definitely I mean, it's definitely a good theory. I mean, I can't say 100% that I think that's what happened, but it's a possibility. And then, like I said, it's still possible that it could be, he could be the DoorDash driver and he still could be the one that did it, or he could be not the one that did it. And she points out the whole touch DNA here. Okay. All right. So make sure you guys go and watch this though on her channel. Here, let me put the link. Hey, Maz, can you put her link up? Hold on, let me put her link. And then if you guys want to go watch it now or whatever, I am going to play it so we could talk about it, but let me put her link up there. Hold on. Because I don't know what if there's even any mods in here. Is there? Okay, so the video, it's her latest video that she did. I'll share it. Share. Okay, so here's the video that I'm going to be playing. And mods, if you could just maybe share it every once in a while. Yeah, are you talking about Sleuthies, Ausane? I know. All right, let's watch it now, guys. All right, let's do it. And maybe I might pause it at certain times so we could, if you guys are chatting, at least we could make sure we all read it. You want me to share my entire screen, I think. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Why is that one showing? Like on one it's showing that I'm subscribed, on the other one it's showing I'm not. That makes no sense because I am, but okay. Here we go. I might just turn off the music just so we could talk. Okay. What if the killer was in the vehicle that was first seen in the neighborhood at 3:29 a.m.? The one that had to have originated from the neighborhood in order to only pass the house 3 times. Pass number 1, pass number 2, pass number 3, then leave via Walenta Drive. Okay, so perhaps the killer really did stake out the house, waiting for everyone to return home. Then the DoorDash driver arrives and appears on camera for the first time at 4:04 a.m. See, this is the only part I'm a little bit confused. Is Sleuthie in here? 'Cause or wait, Sleuthie, are you saying with this, if you're in here, if anybody else, there's a lot of people that watched it. Is she saying that the first couple times of seeing the white Hyundai, it wasn't Bryan, and it was just a different and he just happens to have the same car as the killer? That part, I'm not 100%, but the rest, if it's just him the whole time, maybe looking for the house. Okay, using the phone he bought specifically only to use for deliveries, not to give out during traffic stops, which could explain why Brett Payne didn't have or know the number. So Bryan Kohberger arrives with the food and drives around a bit, unsure where to go. So that's what I figured, that's why, or where to knock. That could be him passing and not knowing, or where to leave the food. So he chooses the front door, knocking repeatedly, no answer. No one answered because the killer had already been in the house and took the lives of Kaylee, Madison, hey Dingbat, hey Steven, Xana, and Ethan. No, I know she was saying that, Ausane. I'm not talking about that. I'll explain it in a minute. I know that's what she was saying. I think so too if you watch my other video. Oh shoot, hold on. I wanted to read all of it. So okay, the repeated knocking catches the attention of Bethany in her room. She answers the door, takes the food from Bryan Kohberger. He gets back in his car and leaves, which she witnesses. She walks up the steps half asleep, hollers for Xana to get her food, and leaves the bag on the banister before turning around and going back downstairs to bed. When Brett Payne or one of the crime scene technicians arrive on scene, they walk through the front door and head up the steps. Seeing the bag of food on the banister, they put on the gloves and place the bag on the table counter in the kitchen. They then go upstairs to the 3rd floor where the sheath is discovered. One of them touches the sheath with the same gloves used to touch the food bag. They transfer a small amount of Bryan Kohberger's touch DNA onto the sheath from the food bag. Yeah, so that's the part, because what are the chances? So that's why I like this theory minus that, but I'm not sure if that's what she 100% meant. That's why I want to ask her. This theory, and that Bryan is just the one going up and down the street because he's trying to look for the house, right? I feel like that makes more sense. Like that white Elantra maybe is really Bryan, and there's not 2 of them, because that's true. That'd be hard chances. And that's what I'm thinking. So I like this theory, but I think that he is the one going up and down the street. If this theory makes sense, that if that is him maybe looking for the house to where to deliver it, maybe. But I'm not sure. Maybe she meant that. I have to ask her what she meant by that beginning part. That's the only part that really confuses me. So touch DNA sample methods and the downstream DNA processing procedures are very sensitive. Hence, there is a greater chance of detecting contamination from law enforcement personnel or even the forensic scientists sampling the item, even when the appropriate PPE has been worn. It may be necessary to obtain oh yeah, so that's what she highlighted. So we'll just stop there. But yeah, it's a good point. Wait, what's Crime Circus's, theory? Strange. Does he have a specific theory? I know people were saying he thinks this the DoorDash he is the DoorDash, but does he actually have a specific theory? Like, down to, like, why the DNA may have been, if you guys don't think it's Bryan. But I still think, like, this theory could work, and it could Bryan could still be the killer. I mean, either or, I think it could work. Um, besides the touch, you know what I'm saying? I just think that he could be the DoorDash driver, but he also could be the killer too. But maybe he's not. So you guys could I'll let you guys, when you guys watch it over her channel, read all that. But it's interesting. Hey, Maurice. Hey, strange. Not having this theory. Bethany touched it after the DJ. So where's her DNA on the sheets? I don't know. I mean, there's still going to be questions, of course. Maybe we'll ask what. Finally, when Bryan Kohberger finds out that he delivered the food to that house, he called police and told them that. Mr. Kohberger requests an order for the state to disclose the following items, included the defendant's supplemental request for discovery. Hold on, maybe I should rewind it. Request number 119, all notes, recordings from all officers from Moscow Police Department. As of May 4th, 2023, counsel for Mr. Kohberger has not received recordings and notes from the interrogation of Mr. Kohberger by Detective Payne. Why the defense insists that there is exculpatory evidence. Why the defense powerfully asserts that what Bethany saw and heard that night is exculpatory to the defendant and is unique to her experience. Why the DoorDash driver wasn't named and redacted in the PCA as the private party driver was. Why there's no mention of the DoorDash driver car also being seen in the neighborhood on camera. Why recently there were unknown subscriber phone numbers sent to AT&T via search warrant. Why Bethany was purposely left out of the PCA in hopes that her exculpatory information would not see the light of day. A sudden grand jury indictment after Bethany is subpoenaed as a material witness for the defense at the preliminary hearing. I don't know. It's just a theory. Makes quite a bit of sense, though. And before you say it, the DoorDash driver was not cleared. I still have yet to find it. This is the extent of the information we've been given about the DoorDash driver. Yep, this is with the exception of Kronodal, who received a DoorDash order at the residence at approximately 4 a.m. Oh, gosh darn it, it's too quick. Hold on. Hold on. Law enforcement identified the DoorDash delivery driver who reported this information. That's all. And then the search warrant part. Okay, so before you say it, the state is in possession of Bryan Kohberger's data. Request investigative reports and conclusions from all cell phone analysis, including but not limited to any analysis conducted by police agencies, FBI CAS team, or other Idaho authorities. Let's see, the state has responded by listing page numbers and audio, video file names of information and data provided to the defense in the discovery. As of June 13th, 2023, counsel for Mr. Kohberger has not received any investigative reports and conclusions of the analysis of this data conducted by police agencies. Identity of the FBI special agent that is the member of the cell analysis survey team that was consulted with to determine locations of the cell phone from 11/2 to 11/3 and all CAS certification records and training records for the involved agents. The state objected to this request for the reason that this is outside the scope of blah, 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 the ICR 16. To the extent that the state intends to offer expert testimony, it will comply. Mr. Kohberger disagrees on this information was largely relied upon in various warrants, including the arrest warrant. Information relied upon to secure search and arrest warrants is necessary to conduct analysis of the Fourth Amendment issues. Further, the entirety of the information could include materials required under Brady. He would need it in order to sort through it to prove it. To sort through it and prove it. I think that's it. Like I said, I mean, there could be parts of this that's right and parts maybe not. I mean, there's some good points in here. Like I said, I think this still could fit, and Bryan could be still the person. And also he might not be. Um, what do you guys think? Hold on, let me remove that. All right, let me see what chat's saying. Yeah, maybe, Jackie. I don't know. But why haven't we heard anything about the DoorDash driver? Unless if they're keeping something. I think the only thing that maybe is uh that maybe are they using the DoorDash driver as a witness, maybe? Is that why they're not saying anything? I don't know. I would think if they knew he was DD guy, they might reveal that to make the warrant seal tighter, possibly serial boomer. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But then it still does make you wonder. Let's say, okay, those of you guys that maybe aren't like don't think that he is the DoorDash driver. But what do you think about the DoorDash driver? Why has it been like not a big deal when he was supposedly there around the same time? That just doesn't. It just hasn't made sense to me for some reason. And this is, I mean, this could. It, it does make sense. It like fits a lot of the some of the weird things in this. I know that came from I actually addressed that on my video, my DoorDash video that I showed where that came from. So that came from another channel. What this channel did is he just called Jack in the Box supposedly and like asked who was the driver, but people, I mean, people brought up good points. Like, I don't know if Jack in the Box would necessarily have that information who the DoorDash, because I mean, DoorDash is not Jack in the Box. It would be DoorDash. Yeah, he picked it up from Jack in the Box, but would some random person, when you call Jack in the Box, just know, oh, who was the driver that night? You know, I mean, oh, the person that happened to answer the phone, just that person knew. What if they were just messing with the caller? Maybe they get a ton of calls and they were just like, I'm just gonna say something. Um, so hold on one second. Let me go through some of these comments. Hey, Affluent Rabbit. Hey, Stella Brown. They should know who the driver is. It's an online operation. But you think just some random person that maybe answered the phone had that information? Or do you think there's a chance that they could have been just messing with the caller because maybe they've been getting so many calls? So I just I don't know. I mean, it could be a girl, but I'm not going to take just a call to Jack in the Box as like 100% that's legit information. Because I could see them like getting calls and they're just like messing with the callers then. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But maybe it was a girl. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. But I mean, yeah, but would everybody that just like everybody that works there have that information? They probably seal that and it's probably not available to just the workers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure like who he went up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, who he called. Did he call and like, "Oh, let me talk to a manager?" I don't know. I just saw, like, his post where he said he talked to somebody from Jack in the Box, and it was a girl with dark hair, and, what else did he say? Let me see if I have that. I'll show you the post of where that's coming from. Hold on. I'm sure I have it because I had it in my video. Hold on one second. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. I don't know. I'm sure he might have did a video too, but this is one of his posts that he did. So it says, Jack in the Box in Pullman, Washington confirms with me Xana's DoorDash came from their establishment, and it was a woman with black hair that quit after the murders because she was traumatized, which very well might be true, but I'm not sure if I could take that as 100% though, right? I mean, maybe. You never know. All right, let me go back to chat. Oh, it's not hard to believe. It's not. I'm not saying that because it's a woman or anything. I'm just saying just because one person may have said that, I don't it still makes me wonder if that's true. That's all. It's not definitely. There's a lot of women that do DoorDash. When I yeah. Okay, but what about if that is the white car? Like, so let's take out that first part of the video. If what if it was just him the whole time and he was just looking for the house to deliver the food? I mean, couldn't that still fit? Because I know, like, that part is a little bit confusing, the very beginning, but that's why I wanna ask her what she meant by if that's what she meant, because that would be kinda weird to have the DoorDash driver and Bryan or the killer and Bryan both having very similar cars. That would be really weird, you know? I mean, you never know, but that would be crazy. But the thing is, though, you're saying that they never mentioned 2 white cars, but they never mentioned the car of the DoorDash driver anyway. They never even said, which I guess that could be to protect the I don't know, it's just weird. But I think it all came from that, right? I think it all came from that information. Otherwise, where did they get that information that she was it was a female? It's not in any of the official documents or anything, right? Wait, they be get gossiping like crazy, so I think everyone would know, like, I delivered there last night. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I wish Sleuthie was here so she could answer some. Oh, yeah, Julia, you could come up if you want. You don't need a I mean, you know how to come yeah, you could come up without me sending you a thing, right? I might just go into my cell phone stuff though. So after you come up, I might go into it because I've been wanting to go over it. I put so much time into it. I don't know if it means anything, but it does answer like a few things and it's kind of interesting. All the cell phone towers and like that kind of data that I've been probably putting way too much time into, but and now I'm like even doubting like is it even important? Should I even do a video? But like I'm like screw it. I'm going to talk about it because I put too much time into like looking at all of it. So maybe I wouldn't mind talking about that after you come up, Juliet. Um because if not, I'm just gonna keep putting it off, and then it's like hours of stuff is just down the drain if I don't talk about it. Would you guys be interested in looking at, like, the cell phone tower data and possibly, my theory of maybe why they worded that weird, part in the affidavit where they said that the one, time that the Bryan's phone used resources in Moscow that they didn't think he was in Moscow, and the other times they did. I kind of have a theory of why that is, why they worded it a certain way. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, Julia, I'm gonna send you up, but then I do want to go over this because I put too much time, and I'm never gonna. I'm not. I keep doing these pre-recorded, and I'm not. I keep saying like it's not. I'm not satisfied, and I keep changing it, and this is the only way I think I'm gonna be able to talk about it. If not, I'm just gonna keep doubting myself and, like, it's never gonna be good enough for me. That's what it is. I'm not doubting my information, I'm doubting the videos that I'm doing. Okay, so a link Juliet, no, just go to StreamYard, how you come on when you come on when we do our dates. Just go on to this one. You don't need a link. Just go to the same way that you do that and go to the title, this title. You don't need one. That's what I'm saying, the whole point is so you don't need one, you never have needed one, but I think now you learned how to get on it without it, so you should, it's the same way. Um, yeah, but I don't know, so those of you that, weren't here when I was bringing up the map where I said he could have stopped at Jack in the Box because I'll just say it again because I know some people just joined. I'm waiting for her to come up, but then we'll go over the cell phone towers after I talk to her for a minute. Okay, so it's 2:44. He's coming up this way, and then all of a sudden at 2:53, he's coming down this way. So he has 10 minutes, which if you go from like about the area he was at to Jack in the Box, it gives him just enough time to go up there and get the food and come back. I mean, it's possible that that's where he went and then he hopped on the highway and went to Moscow to deliver the food. It is possible that he could have went there then. Is my whole um thing that, yeah, and I guess I'm trying to think if there's another time. I guess he could have went there before his phone picked up at, let me see when it first picked up. Hold on one second. Yeah, let me see, 2:44. Yeah, I guess he could have even went there before that, but he also could have went there. That could have been where he was going too, going up and then coming back down. So it does fit, him possibly going there to pick up the food if he was the DoorDash driver. But hold on, let me go back to let me remove that. Or Juliet, did you do it or no? No, wait, what? Have you looked at the tenants? And one of them posted a will you send me the video, Blind? Darksea, what up? Okay, should I just get into the cell phone stuff? I don't know where you're at, Juliet. Okay, so cell phone towers here. So what I did is all the yellow, these big yellow ones are the cell phone towers. Now there could be more, like I said, but all of these are the ones that are listed that are registered the FCC, but there is one that's not, that this article talks about, that Levitin, that he's been like an expert witness on like cell phone stuff for another case or whatever. And so he pointed out this cell phone tower, which there's This one is the closest, actually. Hold on. Oh, you're here.
Yeah,
Whoa, I didn't even see you
forgot.
pop up.
I touched
Oh,
it
I
and I
wasn't even
forgot I could
sharing
just
my
add myself.
Okay. Was I not sharing my screen right there? Dang, I was freaking thought I was, so I'm glad you interrupted. I thought I was sharing my screen when I was showing the map, but I guess I wasn't. Or did you take it down?
I don't think so. Maybe I don't think so. I came
Okay.
on there was nothing here when I first opened it. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
what
I
do you
think
think?
I think it's super interesting. Because I would either way, like just it never occurred to me. And just a good amount of it does kind of fit. I think it's very
Yeah.
smart. The one thing that I feel like I have a little bit of a hard time believing is like just the little details of Bethany answering, going up and putting the food down there without seeing anything, or waiting to hear from Xana instead of knocking on her door or something like that. It's not impossible, but it's just that's the only part that I was like about. But then I realized also a lot of people with DoorDash, especially at that time of night, if you have roommates and they're sleeping and stuff, they'll put in when they're ordering it, they'll say just leave it at the door. Because there's no reason to really ring the bell or knock anymore, because
Yeah.
you get a text message anyway saying that it arrived or whatever. So a lot of people they just put leave it at the door. And
What if
then
they don't have
especially,
theirs? What if they have it like meet at the door? I always put mine meet
well, you
at the
could,
door because one time they delivered it and they delivered it to the wrong house. So now I put like meet at the door where they have to like meet me because I don't want to take a chance of them. So what if they put it? What if they have it like that? They could, right?
They could, but I would think that late at night you don't want someone knocking on the door, waking people up or whatever.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
think you would purposely, if she didn't already have it set to that, I think she would have it set to that just as like a college student anyway. Just leave it at the door. She's going to have her phone. It's going to come in and say your thing was delivered. There's no reason to ring the bell, but especially at that late at night.
Okay, so what about the whole? Go ahead. What?
What about the? I think what happened is that they left the DoorDash outside the sliding doors, or even in the front, because there's a thing where it's like you take a picture saying I left it, and you could just leave without any answer from anyone. And then when the cops came, the first thing they saw was that bag.
Oh, and then they brought it in. Okay.
And brought it inside.
Okay, so
because
it still
that would make more sense why, they would make more sense why they would touch it too, because I don't know if they necessarily, if it was put on top of that thing by the stairs, I don't think they would necessarily take it and bring it into the kitchen.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? They probably wouldn't touch anything they don't need to, or
yeah.
But if it was outside, they might not want to leave it outside, especially if they wanted to look at it for evidence or whatever. So I was thinking that might make a little more sense. But at the same time, it also, you lose that connection of Bethany having that as the evidence, the exculpatory evidence, because she wouldn't have answered the door.
Yeah, that's true. Unless if she just saw something else, But yeah. So, I mean, what do you think that just maybe in general that maybe he is the DoorDash driver without like those little details, and that he could be the person that well, I don't know.
It's weird because it feels far-fetched, but it's also far-fetched that there happened to be a DoorDash delivery at the time of the murders. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's far-fetched either way. So that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's a okay theory for sure. I like it. And you were talking earlier about like what are the chances of them having the same exact car? So I think those chances are slim, but it's not slim if they both had just white sedans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's already issues about exactly what the car was, apparently. They got the year wrong, and then, and they might not have footage that's that good. They might have assumed it was an Elantra because the one they were following from Pullman or whatever was an Elantra, so they just kind of jumped the gun and thought that was too, because it looked similar enough. So
Yeah. I don't know why Bethany's DNA wouldn't have been on the knife sheath, but maybe. See,
I heard
in another
what'd you say?
problem, because they said it was on like the snap of the knife. So wouldn't they have been more careful? I don't think they would have gotten a touch DNA on that, would they have though? If they
put gloves on, touch the DoorDash bag.
Yeah. No, I get that whole theory, and then they touched the sheath. But I'm saying, would it have gotten in that spot though?
On the sheath?
Picked it up. Yeah. Do you think it would have gotten in that spot that okay? Because I mean, if they would have picked it up, you think they would have been a little bit more careful, like not to. I don't know how they would have picked it up, but yeah.
I mean, it wearing gloves. Maybe they felt like they didn't have to be careful. Maybe they pulled open the snap. Maybe, or maybe it was elsewhere on it too, but they just tested the snap because they felt they were most likely to get something off the snap that has bumps on it, and
my eyes twitching.
So Sleuthie came up with that theory.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's smart.
It definitely is. But do you think it could be that that was Bryan's car the whole time, and he could still be the DoorDash driver, and that was just him going back and forth looking for the house, though? And it not be that they both had.
And like the killer, if it's not him, arrived on foot, you mean?
No, maybe the killer. Oh, they would have seen. Oh, maybe they're looking. Oh, I'm trying to think.
Let's say the killer
it would have been earlier.
Yeah. Let's say it's not him, and the killer arrived on foot. All they would be seeing is his door dashing car at that time.
No, I know. Okay, but let's say, could he have still? Because she's saying the killing would have happened a little bit earlier than what they're saying, because was there any cars that they caught on surveillance earlier?
Probably not then.
I wonder.
Is there a way that maybe the original time that they said, which was like, what they say, between 2:30, 3:30 or something like that originally? And then that's why obviously the DoorDash order was still there when the cops showed up, still outside, if that's what happened. If they were killed before the DoorDash arrived. But then, so then it would have to be right before that then, because she made the DoorDash order.
Yeah. It's true. But so I asked her about the TikTok, but we've already talked about that. It doesn't necessarily mean, like, what if the phone screen just stayed on the TikTok? Because the TikTok says she was on until 4:12. That wouldn't fit that theory. But yeah, it would, because that doesn't mean she was actually on it. Because like maybe the screen was just, she was still on it. Her phone was still on it, so it showed she was still on it, but she actually wasn't physically really on it. So that
it's not off by a lot either.
Yeah.
If that were the case.
I forget. I have to look at the time, Rock Everything. I think it was between like 2 something and
I think
2 and like almost 3 or something. Yeah, it was almost till 3 a.m. I feel like, and that's why they knew it had to be after that, because she was the time frame, which is weird, because if they had already talked to Dylan right away, right? Wouldn't they have known that it was a little bit later, the time frame?
That's what I don't understand too. So,
because Dylan should have been one of the first person they talked to. So she would have said, "Oh, around 4, I woke up, I heard this, I heard that."
That's when I saw the guy.
Then why did they say between 2 and 3 then, or 3 and 4?
That's what I'm saying. You can't even.
But I wonder,
trust
like,
what
that's
they're
weird.
Saying at all.
How couldn't they go? Why, like? Did Dylan say that?
The footage of the car. So I'm hoping that one of the first things they did was try to get video of that street from neighbors or whatever. So giving them the benefit of the doubt, they got that video right away. So within like a week, for sure, they should have seen the Elantra and then known what time it happened if they're saying that Elantra is the murderer.
But see, that fits the DoorDash, because what if they just thought the DoorDash driver was clear and it is Bryan, and so that's why they thought it was earlier, because there was no car. It was only that car. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I saw another man on YouTube talk about. Oh, they probably did. I don't know, Liz. And we all there's chances that we are going to all come up with like a lot of the same ideas. We're all, thousands of people. There's going to be a lot of the same thoughts, I feel like. So yeah. Maybe he is the one who ordered the food after the killings to throw off the police.
Could be.
Wait, well, maybe he was the one who ordered the food after the killings to throw off the police.
Like if they were killed, if he did it and they were killed earlier to mess up the time frame and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they'll know. They have all that information, so hopefully we'll
he would have been doing that. Well, his car, it would have been pointing to the time that his car was there. Am I getting that? Which he wouldn't have done, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. So it does. I mean, there's parts that fit, and then there's parts that's like, but it's still like the whole general theory. Like it makes sense. Like main parts of this theory is like, wow, the whole idea of it makes sense. There's just specifics that could be changed around a little bit, but yeah, I know Dark Horse.
Oh wait, I forgot if I comment, it comes up as coming from you.
Yeah, if you're on StreamYard, yep. At like 4 a.m. What? I'll send to her if I can get an email. Oh yeah, somebody put the email in chat, or I don't even know if there's any mods here. I'll do it. All right. Well, I don't know anything else. I might go over the cell phone data. I don't know really what else to, I mean, I'm not like 100% sold on it. There are things that don't make sense. I still think he could be both. I think he could be just a DoorDash driver, or maybe it's weird because I guess
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
That idea of the transfer of the touch DNA from the bag is smart, though.
That is possible. It is.
And it's a bit of a stretch, but it's not more of a stretch than anything else that has been discussed, or you know what I mean? Like, and that didn't even occur to me at all.
I know. That's the part that I really like on it. I mean, that's the part that's like, whoa, I didn't know. Nobody else thought of that. Like I think a lot of us were talking about the DoorDash. Could it be him? Could it not? But like the fact that part right there, I haven't heard anybody say anything about that. Oh, thanks, Wendy.
Yay, Wendy Marino.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about it. I wish Sleuthie was here. She said she would be watching, but wasn't sure if she'd come up, but I don't know. I guess maybe.
Donna Radney says, where does the naked man running from the house fit in? Donna, that was me. I apologize. You could just ignore it. It's a big misunderstanding.
Is that like a fact? Like, is that like confirmed that is what? I mean, I heard rumors that's supposedly what maybe Bethany saw or whatever. But is that been like confirmed, or is that just kind of like rumors?
I think it's just rumors, but it's interesting.
Yeah. It could be though. I mean, that could be a way that there was nothing tracked. The no blood. There was nothing like no trail or anything. Maybe the person got undressed and like put it in a bag. And that's why there wasn't a lot of, I mean, that they wore something so they didn't get barely any of their DNA on anything, and then not in the car. I don't know. I don't know if it's real. It's just hearsay. It's not like, it hasn't been like officially that's true. So I don't know even though where that where did that start from? The naked man. I don't even know where that actually started from. Maybe it is just rumors. I don't know where, if there's like a source that like leaked it or something, and it's like it came from like a source, or it just came from somebody's theory and then it turned into like a thing. I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's why I can't put too much weight into that, because I don't even know where it came from. Was on the snap, not the body. I really doubt cops would be playing with it. I know, that's what I'm saying. Where the DNA was on, that makes it a little bit harder for that to be transferred there. In my opinion, I do think. I mean, I think it's possible, but I feel like it's a little bit harder than if it was just like on the, because it was like inside the
Like a part
snap.
you
So
would
when they pick it
grab or
up, are they
something.
really going to open it with the? I mean, they could have. Maybe they thought it was already
Because they
open,
had
and they
gloves
just,
on. It might be, they
yeah.
might think it's
I
fine
would
to,
hope they
yeah.
would still be careful though, because, and then like Sleuthie brought up like the the shoe print and stuff. Like, what if it? I mean, there was other people in there. Could have been like anybody else's tracking that?
Yeah.
Like, how do we know that's even
I
his?
never
But that
thought the
did,
footprint was like a big thing
yeah, it's
ever.
not, because it doesn't even match to any of the shoes that they found of his anyway. So that, I guess that's not
Yeah.
even a big thing anyway. But they did mention it in the affidavit. They mentioned it and insinuated it was Bryan's, because the way they said it was the path that the guy, or yeah,
Right.
the person, because what
Which is
Dylan said, it
just
would be
a,
the
a
path.
path through the house
Yeah,
that anyone
yeah.
would
So it could be
take.
any of
Yeah,
them,
that's,
but it's not. I don't even think they're gonna. I don't know if they'll use that much, because if they would have found shoes that matched it, they probably would. But I don't think they found anything that matched. So it
yeah, I thought
probably
that
is.
was weird the way it was in there like that.
Like, I don't even know why. I don't. Yeah, maybe that shouldn't have been in there, but
It felt like they were like trying too hard with that.
yeah, yeah, that doesn't
Whether
do
they
anything.
were or not, I don't know, but it felt like it, like the way, like why would you have
Yeah,
chose the path that she took? Like, I don't know.
yeah, that part that didn't convince me. The shoe print didn't convince me of anything. Definitely, that kind of just went over my head. About a streaker. Oh, one of the survivors spoke about a streaker. When? Was that night that they saw one, or where did you? Can you send me the where you saw that? Oh, the shoe size. Did it even match the shoe size though?
We don't know. He does have feet though,
Yeah, yeah, he does.
and that
I have a
print came from
question.
a shoe.
They would know. Yeah, no, I think they did know. And I think there's a possibility they talked to if, let's say it is Bryan, they talked to him, and they just didn't, maybe convinced them, and it didn't match up with maybe some of their thoughts of when it happened or whatever. And they just didn't think he was a suspect until that DNA maybe came back or something. Maybe it was something like that. We're not saying that they don't know who he is. We're saying that they're not saying anything. They're not saying he's been cleared. They're not talking about like their car. They're not saying anything. And that, just that one little part is the only time they mention it. Now they do get a warrant for, here, let me bring up the warrant stuff, for like a year's worth of like phone records. But besides that, but that could be after. Let me see what the date on that though. Let me see if that's after they would have had Bryan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if it was before, then would that mean that they looked at the DoorDash driver and he was cleared? They don't think it was him or something. I don't know. Let me find that real quick.
I'm gonna go eat something, but I'm gonna stay in chat though. Or I'll be
Okay.
back in chat, nephew.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for letting me talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. All right. Bye. Um. They did put size 13 in the PCA, so that makes me think if his shoe fits, bad ones. I know that could be a possibility. You're right, Tara. That definitely could be a possibility, because maybe they are going to be a witness. Um, Okay, so what was I gonna look up? The search warrant. Let me just see what date that is for the DoorDash stuff. Oh, I have it up over here. Okay. Hold on one second. And then we'll go over the cell phone stuff. If you want, or you want me to just do it later. I don't know, guys. Well, how long have I been on? An hour already? Dang, time freaking flies. I feel like I've been on for like 20 minutes. Okay. Um, hold on. Let's look at the well, maybe I should find it first before because sometimes people are like, it makes me so dizzy when I scroll down. So let me find where I want to show you. I don't want to make anybody all messed up. So DoorDash, oh, I think this is it, right? December. Wait a minute. This is the one I'm gonna look at. Hold on. December 8th is this. December 6th is when they obtained a search warrant for DoorDash. Hold on. So it would be before. So I wonder if that showed some stuff. Let's say this is Bryan as the DoorDash driver, and when they oh, but I guess her theory is that he isn't the killer. So I don't know. That wouldn't fit that. That would fit if he is. If they did find something, and that gave them more reason to believe. Because it's from December 6th. The search warrant, hold on, is when they well, let me bring back what they got real quick and then I'll share it. Okay, so hi lady pit 5. Hey Southern Logic. What's up? I've been watching it a little bit. And yeah, what do you think of that case? I only watched a very little bit of that trial and the very little bit, so I shouldn't even give my opinion because I don't know all the information. But just a little bit that I watched, it almost seems like that he's innocent. But like I said, I only watched very little of it. What is that like what a lot of people are thinking that there's just not enough to prove that he is guilty of that? I know that's a whole different case, but um wait, what Heavenly Clouds, what was not the DoorDash driver but a private driver? There's two different drivers here. We have the private driver and then we have the DoorDash driver. So that's two different people. So I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay, so let's look at this and then I guess we'll do the cell phone stuff. Okay, so November. Wait, hold on. Let's go or so this is from December 6th. Wait, command the search describe premises the property above to seize it. So December 6th. So they got all information in your possession or control related to sales, deliveries, purchases, and or transactions made to 1122 King Road, Moscow, for the period of January 1st, 2022 to present, to include date and time of sales, date and time of deliveries, purchases, and or transactions, name and identification of the driver, and a full description of the vehicles used, any and all communications between drivers and the purchasers. So this would obviously have been before the affidavit came out. So I'm trying to put that into perspective of what that would mean. Okay. So they would have possibly, but that doesn't mean they had the information by then. Hold on a second. Daytime. I'm trying to figure out, did they have the information back before the affidavit came out? Because if they requested it December 6th, I'm not sure. How long would it have taken? Does it say when they got it back? When they got that information? Because I want to know if it was before or after, if they had all that, like this kind of information, and why they just like glossed over it in the affidavit real quick. Is it, makes no sense. Because I mean, they looked into it, which I'm glad they did. They should have, right? Because they were there around the same time. So, wait, the warrant shall be executed within 7 days. So probably did have it, right? Before that came out. And then they just glossed over it. So what did that mean? Are they trying to keep something, or hey Jess, what's up? I don't know, me. He was 28. I mean, typically, there is typically you go to I mean, he would be an older person there, but I don't know if it would be too old to be there. If he was just going to a party, he could. Uh, the video saying they will get you for this. What if Kaylee and Maddie had drama with the 2 alive roommates? Wait. Remember Adam in the video with audio saying they would get you for this? Which is Adam is and it was referring to as they. I'm confused. Why am I not understanding what you're saying? Which is what Adam is and it was referring to as they. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Hey, Deb. All right, so yeah, I mean, it looks like they probably had it before that came out, but I don't know what that means. It's still confusing why they just kind of glossed over it. Was it because it was important, or because they found out nothing was important and it didn't? But I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Maybe they are just trying to protect them. Okay, so let's do the cell phone stuff. Hey, Verica. Police body cam, the kid running out of the house. No, but I'm talking about on the day of the murders was there. That's what we're talking about. That night. Really? Huh. Hi, Donna. Figure it out. Casey, I keep waiting to hoping that Sleuthie will come in. So I want her to answer some of these, because I'm sure she'll have some answers for some of your guys' doubts, or at least her reasoning behind some of this stuff. But no, I haven't heard from her at all. Ethan, yeah. I mean, we don't even know who the target is, to be honest. All right, let me see if I. Oh, thanks, Kay. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. I want to see if I feel like going over the cell phone. I might just do it in another video. I don't know. If I feel like let's see. Since it's not in my title, Let's see here. Okay, so here is the cell phone stuff. Like I said, so this is like the closest. I'm guessing this is the one that I would guess would be the closest for the AT&T. This is a AT&T tower, and so is this though. They both are, but this one's closer, obviously. Well, let me go back to. Yeah, you're back. Hey, Pisces. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to do the cell phone in a different video because I don't feel like I'm fully really feeling like doing it right now, but it will be coming. I just, I wasn't planning on doing it. So I feel like I don't have all this stuff up and prepared. There's like these graphs that I wanted to use and I don't have that already. So I might as well just wait till I have that already. Um, but I feel like it does maybe answer that question on why they worded that weird thing about, them saying like, "Oh, he pinged in Moscow, but it doesn't mean that he was in Moscow." So yeah, just look for that. I'll probably do it this week. I'm guessing this week because it's basically almost done. I just have to get the graphs up, and I just want to be a little bit more prepared. And plus, because the title, it's not even in the title. So yeah, I'll probably do it. I might do it tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow or Wednesday or sometime this week I'll do it. So just look for it. And then yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely come back. It's kind of interesting, at least that one part because that was bothering me. And then I feel like I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just kind of have a theory of why they worded it like that. But I mean, you guys might disagree with me, but it makes sense to me. um, yeah, it is. It is a lot, and but I spent so much. I probably spent more time on it than it's even worth, I guess. But I found some cool websites. Like I found like, hey, does anybody know a lot about like cell phone tower information, like the details and specifics of it? Because I found this amazing website that gives so much specific stuff. You could put in your provider, you could put in, it brings up like, the cell phone towers for the provider, and it gives all this extra information, but I don't know how to read it all. Does anybody know a lot about that stuff that maybe you could I don't need it necessarily for this video I'm going to do, but it might be interesting in future cases, and it could actually help in this case too, maybe. Does anybody know how to like know like a lot of specifics on like cell phone towers? If life on a case for missing wire. Oh, let me write that down because I am looking for new cases. Thank you. Hold on. Let me put that to my list. Lori, I haven't heard of him. Lauren Dumolo. Okay, thanks. I will. Ki Pisces. Um, yeah, I am. I'm gonna quit for today. But if anybody does know like a lot about cell phone towers and like a lot of the like ton of like these specific things. I don't even know what half of it means on there, but I feel like it could help if I could understand what it means. Um, oh, really, K Pisces? Do you understand? Oh, you mean for this new case? The Lauren one? Or what are you talking about? Go on panel. Hey, so who say wait, Suhaila. Okay, yeah, just look maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. No, not really. There was one thing that I read in a comment, but I am trying to find it. If anybody have seen it, there's an interview, I guess, that they said that one of the neighbors said that, maybe you're in here in the live chat, that somebody commented that one of the neighbors said that there's an interview that one of the neighbors said that, he was constantly like yelling, like he was always yelling at the wife and kids and stuff. So maybe he was like a not such a good dad. I don't know. I can't find that interview though. So if you're in here and you have that interview, send it to me because trying to just figure out if there was like any past. issues with them. I'm talking about the this another case. Sorry, I don't mean to confuse you guys, but all right. I don't know. No, Tyler, I don't think with this case, I don't think we could ever say for sure. Like there's no I don't think there's ever gonna be anything like before the trial that we're gonna be like, "Yep, it's true or it's false." I don't think I'll ever be able to do that with anything with this because nothing completely fits. Like there's even parts of that that doesn't fit. But there's good parts of that that make a lot of sense too. But and like she brought up things like yeah, that the touch DNA thing that nobody even ever thought of, which is amazing. But yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna find anything that we could say 100% that, "Oh, yep, that's true or that's false." It's just until the trial, right? I almost can't wait for the gosh darn trial just so everybody calms down, we watch the trial, and then we know. But why do I have a feeling that we're still maybe not gonna know? I just hope we are. I hope they're gonna have a lot of stuff that's gonna that's gonna satisfy us. I don't know. What do you think, Tyler? Do you think that they do have a lot? I go back and forth. Like there's a big part of me that thinks they do, and it's gonna be okay, and they're gonna in the trial, and we're gonna see. And then I keep having this doubt that like maybe they're not. What do you think? Yeah, I know. A big part of me does think that, but there's still a part of me that's doubting that. I hope you're right. I hope it is because we don't want like what if it is him, right? And then because of all this doubt that this media is like that all these channels are creating, like what if he gets off and then he is the one and now we have a freaking psychopath that's out and that probably will do it again because this type of murder I feel like this person will do it again. I just do for whoever did it. I feel like it's a possibility they'll do it again. So that worries me. And then, of course, I guess if he's innocent and then yeah, and then I guess we do convict him, and then they don't, then they're done looking for the person, and then that person does happen to kill again. I mean, either way, I guess, but yeah, it's both ways. It worries me. I feel like, or I guess if there's more than one, what if somebody was working with Bryan? Um, What if he had help? I keep going back to that comment that came out. I don't even know if it's true. I mean, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but remember, Tyler, where they said he asked if anybody else has been arrested, like something like that. And it was like when they first arrested him or whatever. Um, yeah, I know, Julia. That's what I'm saying. When there's a chance that he's innocent, it goes both ways. Um, both ways. He could get let off because a lot of the doubt that's going around and a lot of these things that are going around, and there is a lot of channels creating a lot of doubt that it's him, and that's yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's just both ways though. So it could create enough doubt to influence a jury, or it could go the other way where it could make the jury think he's the guilty and he's not, and then he could we could have an innocent man that's convicted. I don't know. Either way, I just hope they have enough evidence where it makes sense. Um, yeah. No, you're right. It could have been. It could definitely have been a strategy too. I agree, Tyler. Yeah. Um, oh yeah, my foreign snacks is on the way actually, I was saying. The thing is I told them that I wanted it before our camping trip, but I didn't get it before. So I feel like I get it like every other month for some reason. But I have no control. I tried to get it before and they said yeah, and then It's stuck in Pennsylvania again now. I just looked, I tracked it. So once again, it's in that same spot that it was in for like a week the last time. So it gets stuck there for a little bit and then it comes. So when it comes, I'll do it. But I don't know what country. Hopefully it's a good one, you know? Wait, didn't Bryan ask that when he was pulled over with his father about the Brentons? Yeah, yep. That's why people are, yeah, that's one of the reasons people are bringing Brent up. Yep. I know they are. But are you talking about the New York Post? There's just one article though, Tyler, but why I don't that that's not enough to convince me though. Like one article that's saying that he's been clear, is that what you're talking about? Or let me know. I could help look for it. Like what exactly are you looking for? The article that shares the ordered DoorDash. I mean, the New York Post does share that. They say that he's been they've been cleared, but I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. I could send you that article. I have that. Do I want double everything? What do you mean, Dark Sea? Double everything. Do you want double everything? Eh? Oh, yeah. Are you? I've been waiting, Dark Sea. Yeah, I would love it because yes, and can you pick some like unique things like because I feel like the ones that I've been getting, which I'm having fun doing those boxes. They're fun. So if anybody wants to do the box, so what is the month? I'm trying to think what month they would. Okay, June. You guys. So I'll probably do it. Um, like in a week or so when I get the box. I'm sure I'll get it in a week or so. So if you guys want to order the box and eat it along with me, order it because you should get the same month. It should be June's month because each month it's a different country. So will you guys order it? Somebody here, but use my affiliate. Okay, if you do go to that the video where I did it last and use that affiliate link and then put in zavgirl for the promo coupon code and you'll get 15% off, but you have to put that in. But use the link and then order it and then you could actually eat it with me. It'll be fun because you could like tell me what you guys think and stuff. Those videos are fun. That was I mean, I feel like they're some of the funnest ones I've done so far. Um, I can send it within a week. Yes, do it, Dark Sea. Okay, yeah, no, that's totally fine. Me, pure, that's understandable. I'm not 100%. Like, it's just, it's interesting and it makes sense, but I still have no freaking idea. Steven, what's up? Yeah, SLS. Can I ask a question that I've not heard one single person say? Isn't the pullover in Indiana where his dad exclaimed there was a murder in the town they just went through? Did anyone else catch that? So you're talking about something else, something different? I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that again. Something different than the shooting? Huh. Um, I'm not sure, but I'll watch it again and see. I thought they were just talking about that one, but who knows? I haven't watched it in a minute actually. Maybe I'll watch it together. Well, it's set for October, but I think it'll be pushed because they're asking for like a stay, and I just think it's gonna be pushed back. I don't think it'll be in October, but we'll see. Um, yeah, weren't they talking about the SWAT incident, or were they talking about something different though? I didn't know they were talking about something different. Yeah, but I think this person's saying that it was something else, like the town they just drove through or something. That's what I maybe I misunderstood the comment. I thought they were talking about a different incident. That's why I was like, I'll watch it again, but I don't know. Um, oh, they did? But do you think that they would maybe that they could just be saying that because of everything going on? And where did you see that they confirmed that? Juicy Lucy? I don't. I know a lot of people do. I don't personally. I don't see the connection, but I know there's a lot of people that do, but no, I'm not seeing it. I'm not convinced enough to that doesn't make sense enough to me for me to I don't know. No, I don't think it. But I mean it could. I'm not gonna say, yeah, obviously nobody really knows. But I'm not convinced of it, no. But like I said, there's a lot of people that do think that. So um there's probably a lot of people in this chat. If you have a question for them, maybe they can answer. Uh Hey, Connie. Turns. We just as well regroup and start back at the beginning, taking way too many turns. Yeah, it it's always good to start at the beginning. I feel like that's what because I took like a couple months off. Like when it first happened, I feel like I was really doing some videos and then I just like kind of got sidetracked with other stuff that was going on, other cases. So I feel like when I came back like a couple weeks ago with this case, I feel like I was kind of starting from the beginning in a way, but going through all the documents and stuff, but maybe I am I don't know, yeah, but I agree, Donna, it's always good to start back from the beginning. Hey, Southern Grammy Wolf. I know, I heard that. I heard that I know, but it's like, where's that stuff coming from? So I heard that there was one that the man that ate the customer's food, yeah, but I don't know, like, is that 100%? And then they had to send another driver? I don't even know where this stuff comes from, though. The boyfriend? What boyfriend? Linda, are you talking about Jack? Is that what you're saying? I don't know who that is, but I don't know, it's making me laugh, but I'm not even sure who you're talking about, I was saying. I also think that one of the YouTubers went to Jack in the Box and spoke with the people about yeah, they did. They did. But like I said, we don't know, like, if that person was lying or Hey, Connie, thank you for joining. Oh, thanks. Well, okay. Yeah, there was a bag sitting on the counter, but with Sleuthies mixed with Juliet, what she said, with the whole theory of the cops, one of the cops bringing it from wherever it was into the moving it, that was how it moved. Suppose I mean, if the theory that they moved it there, you know, I don't know if it was. Wait, the food was in their kitchen uneaten. Was Anna's name of it? Yeah, that would actually go for that theory if it was uneaten and stuff, right? Yeah, it is. Hey, Justice. Um, you don't want on your channel ever. Who? I don't even know. We'll just stop at that because I don't want to like. I'm not even sure who you guys are all talking about, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I don't because I don't want to talk bad about any other creator. Hey, Big Al. Yeah, he was at the around that time where he would be. What was it? 240. Hold on. 244 to 253, he could have headed up to Jack in the Box because he was headed that way from the surveillance and stuff. He was headed that way, so he could have went up to Jack in the Box, picked it up, and came back down. It could fit. I think it does give him enough time to go up there, pick it up, and go back down from where they spotted him. So yeah, he could have definitely. Hey Vinny D, the young wolf. I know, me too, butterfly, me too. Maybe she means Dylan's boyfriend, the boyfriend, which is unclear as to. Oh yeah, I'm not sure, Lucas. Are you talking about? That somebody who was mentioning him earlier? I forget who mentioned it. I asked Sleuthie, and she said it doesn't mean Bryan is innocent. Oh, I know. I said the same thing. I talked to her too, and she said it's still, and I think it could still work where he's the DoorDash driver and the killer. We've been talking about that too, Tyler. That could still be an option. And yes, I know she told me the same thing. That yeah, it doesn't mean that he's not. Like it could still fit. He could still be the driver and still be the suspect and still be the one that did it. And I agree. I think it could. It definitely could. Um, we'll see. All right, guys. I should end this, but I'd like to see what you guys are thinking about this. Okay, why would BK want to place himself at the scene at is the DD? Yeah, but I mean, maybe because it wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, Liberty, I don't know, but there's a lot of things that don't really make sense. Yeah, but that's a good question. Yeah, here, I'll show you. Did the map. So, okay, hold on. Unless if you're saying that there's another one that's different than the one I showed. Let me look up, see. Because there's one, unless if he got it before, but there was one where you know how they picked up his phone at what? Or wait, hold on. Let me bring up my map. 244. Okay, so 244, he was heading north. And then that's when his phone. Wait, hold on. And then at 247, his phone stops reporting, right? That's when it goes off. But they have him on the surveillance at 253 coming back down, like going towards the highway, which would give him, hold on. Let me see if there is other Jack in the Boxes that I missed. It would even be better than the one. But I feel like the one that I think it is actually fits pretty good if he, I mean, if it was, he is the driver. Okay, Jack and put, okay, Pullman. Yeah, the one that comes up, it keeps coming up. So it's the one where he could have went up and grabbed it and then came back down and headed up into the highway and had enough time from when his phone shut off where he was and then where this camera picked him up on the way back down. He could have went up and got it and then came back down and then got on the highway. It fits the his route. It fits the route. I mean, it's possible, is what I'm saying. It doesn't. If you look at it, it doesn't like exclude it. Like, oh no, it can't. It can't be him. It definitely does. Um. All right. Well. Yeah. Definitely. All right. Wait. Let me see. What if he carries the knife for protection as the ADD driver? Got to the house, saw the mess, ran upstairs to help, dropped the sheath, and took off, fearing he'd be blamed. I don't know. Let me see if I got a video. Is it a video I'm supposed to show right now? Let me see. Oh, I got two videos. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Wait, what is this video that you sent me, Blind? I'm trying to watch it just to see, like, what this is. Wait, Blind, the video you sent me, is that supposed to be at the house? I'm confused how that relates to, the this I see you say the tenants. It's the tenants posted it, like, the tenants of the Moscow house? I watched a little part of it, it almost doesn't look like the house, so that's why I'm confused. Okay, let me see what somebody else sent me. Hold on, let me see what this is. Okay, the other one that somebody sent me, it's a long live, so I'll have to watch that later and see. Do you have a timestamp for that, Sheila? The one that you sent, so I see what you want me to see. Hey, Tasha, what's up? Oh, I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I know I haven't seen you forever. How have you been? Probably busy with work, huh? Yeah. Yeah, she's like it's very interesting though that maybe it was just transferred somehow, and trying to think if there's any other way it just makes sense if he was the driver. It was on the bag, yeah. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm not 100% sold on it, but it is interesting. There's a lot of things that make sense about it. So, can some of the mods share that video of Sleuthies? Because I'm about to end it, but if somebody just came in and they haven't seen it, maybe they could go over and watch it. Um, and that's what we've been talking about. Go check it out. It's interesting. There's like I said, there are some things that kind of don't make quite some things I feel like that make a lot of sense, and then some things that I'm like, huh, maybe that's a little bit different. Thanks, Hossein. All right, guys. Well, I'll probably see you tomorrow or the next day. Um, Maybe I should have texted Sleuthie that I was live now. I keep like putting it off, like hoping she'll come and maybe answer some questions or like so you guys could ask her some, but I don't know. I can't keep delaying it. So um yeah, she's probably busy working maybe. Oh well. Well, I'm sure we'll see her sometime in chat and we could ask her. Kidnapper, yeah. All right, guys. Bye everybody. Have a good one. All right, bye. Thanks for sharing some of your guys' thoughts. Happy days. I know, that's right. Wait a minute. I forgot that when he made that statement. Hold on a second. Now I gotta go back and think about that, knowing what we know now. Um, because I looked at it 2 different ways. I remember when that first came out that I was seeing it in 2 different ways when he said that, and that was, like, way early on. And I'm trying to think now, knowing what we know, what that means. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that, but I might actually pull that up. Maybe we could watch it, if I'm gonna rewatch it and then see. I mean, maybe I'll end up making a video on that because I feel like he might have said some interesting things in that now in retrospect, because back then we didn't really know. They were still looking for the guy. We didn't know a lot of stuff. So Yeah, I'll have to see. Bye, D. Bye, Joaquin Jan, Tonka. All right, bye, Courtney. I need to know more about the Chad Dorman thing. Yeah, Chad Dorman. I know. I'm still gonna talk about that. There's nothing really new out about that yet. Besides, I guess there's maybe an interview with a neighbor I want to try to find, but I'm gonna try to look in to see if I can find anything else. Yeah, okay, Unsolved Cases, definitely do that. All right, bye everybody.